Children, today we are going to discuss about heat part 2. In this heat part 2, the amount of heat absorbed by a substance Q is equal to m into delta T, specific heat and its units. We are going to discuss these topics. The amount of heat absorbed by a substance Q is equal to ms into delta T or ms into T2 minus T1. We can write delta T or T2 minus T1. Here we can see two objects having same mass, but the temperature difference is double for the second object when compared to the first object. If you see the quantity of heat absorbed, that is double for the second object, because if the temperature difference is more, the quantity of heat absorbed will be more. So Q is proportional to delta T. So we can conclude that if the temperature difference is increased, the quantity of heat absorbed by the substance will be also increased. So Q is proportional to delta T. In the second case, you can see the first object of mass m in the second object of mass 2m, that is double, and the temperature is difference is same for two objects, but the quantity of heat absorbed by the second object is double when compared to the first object, because the mass of the second object is more, so the quantity of absorbed is more by that particular object. So Q is proportional to m. So because mass is increased, the quantity of heat absorbed is also increased. So Q is proportional to m. In the third case, you can see in the two objects same mass, same temperature difference, but the nature of the material is changed. The first one with copper and the second is water. So the amount of heat absorbed is also different for the two substances. Now we can conclude Q is proportional to delta T, Q is proportional to m, and Q depends upon the nature of the substance. Q is proportional to m, Q is proportional to delta T, Q is equal to m into S into delta T. So S is the constant of proportionality, that S is called specific heat. That is the quantity of heat absorbed when we heat the substance. Q is the quantity of heat absorbed or released. Q is the quantity of heat absorbed when the substance is heated. When the substance is cooled, Q is the amount of heat released. That is for then that situation also the same formula, Q is equal to m into S into T2 minus T1. Okay. Yes, specific heat. S is equal to Q by m into delta T. Here I am writing T2 minus T1. You may write delta T also. Now we have to write the units for specific heat. Based on the formula, we have to write the units, no? Q by m into T2 minus T1. Q means joules, mass means kgs, temperature difference means Kelvin. In CGS also calorie, gram, degree centigrade. So SI unit is joules per kg Kelvin, CGS unit is calories per gram, degree centigrade. Now what is the relation between these two? 1 calorie per gram degree centigrade is equal to 4.186 into 10 cube joules per kg Kelvin. Already in the last video, what we learned, 1 calorie is equal to 4.186 joules. Here I am telling that 1 calorie per gram degree centigrade is equal to 4.186 into 10 cube joules per kg Kelvin. Okay, now let us define specific heat. Amount of heat required to rise the temperature of unit mass of the substance by 1 degree centigrade. Unit mass of the substance by 1 degree centigrade. You have to underline these words: unit mass of the substance, unit mass of the substance by 1 degree centigrade. This is the definition of the specific heat. Now let us see. I had taken 50 grams of aluminum, 50 grams of iron, and I am heating them from 30 degrees centigrade to 31 degrees centigrade. 1 degree centigrade rise only for both of them, but the quantity of heat Absorbed is 882 joules per kg Kelvin for aluminium, 483 for iron joules per kg Kelvin. Here calories per gram degree centigrade they had given. On seeing these values, what we can observe, the specific heat is different for different substances. Okay, I had taken an wooden block and an iron rod. Okay, I kept them in a freeze. After 15 minutes, I had taken them out. When we touch those two objects, we can observe the difference in the coolness. We can feel the iron rod is more cool when compared to the wooden block. Why it is happening? What could be the reason for this difference in coldness? Because they have different specific heat values. Okay, now we shall see why specific heat is different for different substances. When the heat energy given to the system will be shared by when we give the heat energy, the heat energy given to the system will be shared by molecules among various forms of energy. We are giving the heat energy to the system. There will be molecules in the system. Those molecules, the given heat energy will be shared by those molecules in different forms of energy. Some particles will take, some particles on absorbing heat, they will acquire linear kinetic energy. Some molecules acquire rotational kinetic energy. Some molecules acquire vibrational energy. Some molecules acquire potential energy. Likewise, this is sharing of energy, sharing of among the molecules, this sharing will be different for substance to substance. So specific heat is different for different substances. In the examination, if they asked you why specific heat is different for different substances, you have to write like this. Supply of heat will be shared among the molecules in various forms of energy. That is, internal energy is equal to linear kinetic energy, rotational kinetic energy, vibrational energy, potential energy. Various forms of energy like, then you have to write linear kinetic energy, rotational kinetic energy, vibrational energy, potential energy. Afterwards, you can write internal energy is equal to linear kinetic energy plus rotational kinetic energy, vibrational energy plus potential energy. Another important point, the sharing may vary from substance to substance. So the rise in temperature is high for the substance. If the maximum share of heat energy is utilized for the increasing its linear kinetic energy, those substances will have low specific heat values. Okay, let us discuss two important points. Based on these important 2 points only, we have to write all the applications of specific heat. The substances which are having low specific heat gains or loses very quickly. The temperature rise is very fast in these substances. The substances which are having high specific heat, they loses and gain heat very slowly. They will gain heat slowly and they releases heat slowly. Releasing also slowly. You have to identify the difference. Okay. Now, in the examination, they will ask you they will give some substances and they will give some values of specific heat values, and they will ask you which substance will be used is used for the preparation of bottom of a cooking vessel. Then you have to pick up the substance which is having low specific heat value. Likewise, which substance is used as coolant. Likewise, then the temperature rise must be slow. So you have to choose the substance which is having high specific heat. Likewise, you have to choose based on those 2 points what I told previously. You have to remember those points. Applying those 2 points, you have to answer for every application of specific heat. Here, a table-based question is there. Substance specific heat, different substances are there and the different specific heat values are given, and they asked some questions. You can see what is the SI unit of specific heat, joules per kg Kelvin. In table based questions, some questions maybe depend upon the data which is in the table. Some questions may or may not be related to the table also. Which liquid used as coolant? Water. Why? Because water is having high specific heat. Which metal is slowly heated up? Slowly heated up means what we have to high specific heat we have to take, and they are asked the metal. So you have to choose. Slowly means high specific heat metal, so aluminum. Water is having high specific heat. There are so many applications for high specific heat of water. Remember that based on that they may ask questions. Which metal is best for cooking utensils? Copper. Metal, low specific heat, and the availability good. We have to see the availability also. And in this diagram we can see a tub of water is there at 80 degrees centigrade, that is hot water. In this, a test tube with oil at room temperature, a test tube with water at room temperature they kept, and the temperature rise is observed. In which test tube the temperature is rises quickly? Why? They will ask you like that. Oil. Because the specific heat of oil is less when compared to water, the temperature rise will be high. Thus, for the substances which are having low specific heat, the temperature rise will be high. Remember that point. Okay. Now let us see the questions. What is specific heat? For the notes purpose, I am giving you this material. Amount of heat required to rise the temperature of 1 unit mass of the substance by 1 degree centigrade. What are the units of specific heat? Joules per kg Kelvin is the SI unit, and calories per gram degree centigrade is the CGS unit. Why specific heat is different for different substances? Already I had given the answer in the previous image only. Okay. If you like this video, please like, share and subscribe. In the next video, heat part 3, we are going to learn about applications of specific heat. Thank you.